Welcome to Speak Up Queen, the show where silence ends, truth begins, and every woman is reminded that her voice is her crown. This isn't just a talk show, it's a throne room for transformation. Here, we don't whisper our stories, we roar them. We talk healing, power, purpose, and everything in between. I am your host, Marika, and I've created a space for every woman who has ever been told to sit down, be quiet, or dim her light. Here, we amplify, we reclaim, we rise. So get comfortable, but stay alert. Because what you're gonna hear today might just unlock the part of you that's been waiting to speak up. So let's begin. Why speak up, Queen? There was a time when I swallowed silence like it was survival. When I smiled through clenched teeth and praised others while secretly grieving myself. I learned that being a good woman meant being agreeable, manageable, and quiet. I was taught that my strength was endurance, not expression, that my tears were weaknesses, that my opinions were inconveniences. And so I became fluent in self erasure, a master at making myself small. I know you understand this, Queen, because many of us were taught the same lesson. But silence, though, dressed in survival, eventually eats away your soul. It whispers lies like, you're too much, stay in your line. Who are you to speak up? But I'm here to tell you, you are exactly the woman to speak up. You are precisely the woman the world needs to hear from. Speak Up Queen is more than a show. It's a revolution, a reclamation, a sacred space where women who were once silenced come to be seen, heard, and risen. So I invite you to take a deep breath. Put your hand over your heart and be here with me. This is your time. This is your throne. This is your voice calling home. Let me take you a little bit deeper. I left South Africa on my 30th birthday. Not because I was running from something, but because I was finally running towards myself. That flight wasn't just a relocation, it was really a rebirth. I didn't know exactly where I was going. I just knew I couldn't stay where I had been. I began my healing journey that day, not in therapy rooms or retreats, but in the quiet moments where I finally let myself feel, where I finally told the truth. I had been silent for too long, and I was tired of apologizing for my pain. So I created my core program in the ruins of my silence. I sat with my limiting beliefs. Every lie I'd ever swallowed whole. You're too much. You've asked for it. No one will believe you. It's all your fault. And like an archaeologist of my soul, I dug them up, examined them, then they tore them down. I replaced them with affirmations I now live by. I am worthy of love. I am not what happened to me. My voice is valid. My story is sacred. I learned to set boundaries, not as walls, but as bridges back to myself. I looked in the mirror and didn't look away. For the first time, I said, I love you, and I've meant it. I opened up myself for receiving love, not the kind of love where I had to beg for, but the type that meets me where I am, whole, healing, and unapologetically me. At a Changemaker workshop, I was asked to dive deeper into my why. Just like Simon Sinek teaches, I asked myself 5 times, why am I doing this? Why does it matter? And by the fifth time, I was really weeping. Whew, I am doing this for the 17-year-old me. The one who was ready to tell her story. I was really ready to tell my story. The one who stood tall even as the world tried to silence her. The one detective said, I just have broken the cycle. And at 17 years old, I didn't know what a cycle meant. And he told me that he was proud of me. But that same girl later was told, you've asked for it, no one will believe you, and it's all your fault. That kind of wound doesn't just scar the body, it brands the soul. So when I speak now, I speak for her. I speak to her, and I speak as her. This voice, it carries generations. This show, it's the revolution she deserves. To every woman who've been told, who's been told her truth is too loud, too messy, and inconvenient, this space is for you. Welcome home to your voice, Queen. Let me take you back to a version of me that was constantly nodding, always performing, always pretending. I worked jobs where I was praised for being easygoing. I was in a relationship where being quiet meant being loved, or so I thought. The moment that changed everything wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. It was a quiet moment. I looked in the mirror and realized I didn't recognize myself. I couldn't look myself. I was 30 years old and I couldn't look myself in the mirror. I had spent so much time being what other people wanted that I had forgotten what I wanted. And then I found my voice, not all at once. It was a whisper at first, but I followed that whisper. I spoke up in a meeting. I shared my truth with a friend. I cried without apologizing. I said no, and I meant it. And you know what? I started to live. Speak Up Queen is born from that journey. It's for the woman who still hesitates to speak, who checks her tone so she won't be labeled emotional, who edits her truth so it won't make others uncomfortable. This show is your permission slip, Queen, and your reminder you never needed permission in the first place. Let's make this personal and practical. So here are 5 empowering tips to help you reclaim your voice starting today. Practice daily voice. Number 1, practice daily voice activation. Stand in front of the mirror each morning and say, my voice is power. My truth is sacred. I will be heard. Stand in front of the mirror each morning and say, my voice is power. My truth is sacred. I will be heard. Number 2, set a speaking boundary. This week, I want you to say at least once no without explaining yourself. And then I want you to notice how your body feels when you do. So number 2 is saying no this week without over-explaining yourself and noticing how your body feels when you do. Number 3, create a voice journal. Write about moments when you felt silence and then write about what you wish you had said. Let your truth live on the page. I'm going to repeat myself. Write about the moments when you felt silence and then write what you wish you had said. Let your truth live on the page. How many times when we are in an argument, we are saying things and we are being silenced, and then we walk away, and then it was like, oh, I should have said this. I should have said this. Now that's your time to go and write it down. Write down what you were wanting to say. Number 4 is read and reflect. There is so many amazing guides out there. And I don't want you to just read these books. I want you to use them as your guides. Books like You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay and Boundaries by Dr. Cloud are not just to be read. It needs to be your guides. Number 5, celebrate the small wins. Oh my God, I can't tell you how many times we as women are doing things and we don't celebrate ourselves. But when our friend is doing something amazing, we are out there celebrating them. So number 5, I really want you, I know it's sometimes hard to celebrate ourselves, but I really want you to celebrate the small wins. Did you speak up in a conversation? Did you correct someone who interrupted you? Celebrate that. Small voice victories lead to soul sovereignty. Now, voice sovereignty means you are no longer outsourcing your truth. You don't need validation to speak. You don't need applause to be powerful. It is the deep inner knowing that your story matters, that your voice, your tone, your cadence, they are sacred, queen. They don't need to be fixed. They need to be heard. And I want to slap this because, oh my goodness, your voice don't need to be fixed. It just needs to be heard. When you're sovereign in your voice, I hope I say sovereign the right way, but we're saying sovereign in your voice. You speak even when your voice shakes. You stop abandoning yourself for the comfort of others. And most importantly, you speak because you trust yourself, not because you need others to. So let's go a little bit deeper. Voice sovereignty is also about healing your nervous system from past trauma, reclaiming your right to say no without guilt, being okay with others not understanding you. Ask yourself, when did I first learn that my voice wasn't safe? Who taught me that speaking up was dangerous? Now ask yourself, who am I when I believed my voice is a gift, not a burden? This shift is the revolution. This is where freedom lives. Let's shift, let us shift from knowing to becoming. I want you to light a candle. Or if you're driving or watching this on the go, close your eyes for a moment. Imagine your younger self. The version of you that held her tongue, that played nice. I apologize for everything. See her, love her, now speak to her. Baby girl, you don't own anyone's silence to be loved. You are not a problem to be managed. You are a force to be respected. Now affirm with me. I honor the fire in my voice. I let go of the fear that kept me quiet. I speak with clarity, courage, and compassion. I am not too loud. I am finally being heard. Do this every day for a week. Watch how your energy shifts. Watch how people respond differently. And more importantly, watch how you respond to yourself. I'm going to repeat this. Close your eyes. Imagine your younger self, the version of you that held her tongue, that played nice, that have apologized for everything. See her, love her, now speak to her. Baby girl, You don't owe anyone's silence to be loved. You are not a problem to be managed. You are a force to be respected. Now affirm with me. I honor the fire in my voice. I let go of the fear that kept me quiet. I speak with clarity, courage, and compassion. I am not loud. I am not too loud. I am finally being heard. So do this every day. Watch your energy shifts and watch how many people respond to you differently. And more importantly, how you respond to yourself. We've come full circle, Queen. This isn't just about speaking louder. This is about speaking the truth, speaking wholeness, speaking of liberation. So here's your homework for this week. Write a letter to the version of you who stayed silent. Thank her for protecting you. And then let her go. Number 2, record the 3-second voice note where you declare who you are becoming. Play it every morning. Number 3, share this episode with one sister friend who needs a reminder of her royalty. So next week, we're unpacking the generational silence inherited from mothers who didn't know they could feel. It's going to go deep. It's going to be raw, and it's going to be about healing. Until then, I want you to walk like your voice is gospel. Speak like your story is sacred because it is. Speak up, Queen. The world is ready for your soul. Thank you for sharing the sacred space with me today on Speak Up, Queen. If something stirred in your spirit, if a truth rose up, if a tear fell, or if a power whispered, I'm ready, then this moment was made for you. Don't keep it to yourself, Queen. Share this episode with another woman who's ready to rise. Invite her into the sisterhood, into the circle, into the royal revolution. And make sure you subscribe, follow, and stay connected because next week we're diving even deeper into healing, voice, and divine reclamation. Until then, walk in truth, speak in power, and remember, you are not too much, you are more than enough. And your voice, it was born to be heard. See you next week, Queen. Keep rising.